trip here, driving in the Jeep. Man, I have really been loving this thing. It gets decent mileage. I've been like consistently getting 21 miles per gallon. It rides nice. Seat heaters feel good, you know, especially when it's starting to get cold. Yeah, really been enjoying this as a daily driver. I want to get out and explore some more. It'll happen. But anyway, there are some things that I'm not a big fan of, and one of those is like the maintenance costs come at a premium. So did the oil change on it, and you know, typically when you do an oil change, you know, it's 5 quarts and you can run pretty much whatever, and it might cost you like 50 bucks for oil and a filter. Well, a 5 quart for this thing, because it's got to have the, you know, Mercedes-Benz spec diesel oil. It's like $60 for a 5, and not only that, it's a 10 quart system. Let me tell you, when you pull that drain plug, it makes a freaking mess. I put cardboard down trying to, you know, be proactive. I needed a refrigerator box. It was a gusher. But yeah, the oil change was more like, I don't know, $130, and I did it myself. So there's that. And then I did the fuel filter, because so the fuel filter on this diesel is like right on the top of the motor, and apparently when it starts going bad, it just starts leaking, and so then you leak diesel fuel all over your engine and all underneath the rig. Makes a giant mess. So swap that out. $65 for a fuel filter. Kind of crazy. But anyway, other than that, I'm really loving it. It's just the maintenance is expensive, and not as straightforward as your, you know, typical car with a gas motor. But anyway, on a beautiful drive this morning, heading to Total Mayhem Racing Shop. We'll see you in a little bit. All right, I made it down to Total Mayhem Racing Shop, working on the trophy truck. So we just spent the morning getting the intake on the new engine, and buttoning up all the coil packs and figuring out some of the wiring, some of the sensors and whatnot. Just lots of cleanup to do to get ready for the race. But it's coming along nicely. I think when Alex was here, you guys pulled the motor, right?
Yep.
But yeah, basically just trying to strip her down, clean it up, and what else we got to do?
The list of things we got to do other than clean up and put it back together is getting smaller. So the old engine's sitting over there. This is a Courier 434, so quite a bit more horsepower and torque than the last motor. Had it rebuilt back to new condition. It was a used motor that I bought, and so I paid to have it baseline dyno tune put in, and then broke in properly, and all the health of the engine inspected, so that if there was any discrepancies or problems, we could adjust them then, instead of putting it in the truck and finding out that something was bad. So the break-in and dyno went really good. With the old intake manifold on it, from the data we saw that we were just completely losing power at about 6,000 RPM, and with the cam in there, the power band should have been a little wider, and so we upgraded the intake manifold. It just flows quite a bit more. This is one of Wilson's. Wilson and Profiler came together and did this for the small block Chevy, and then went with one of their throttle bodies. And then right there is the Walker Performance Filtration, the new air filter with a pre-filter. So the old setup was kind of this box design with kind of a smaller throttle body, and it was more designed for the Class 1 cars that they're putting it in for packaging. And then the way it was explained to me is that those cars liked a little more of the brunt and torque, and so it wasn't so much the high-end power. So this thing will be good. It should have a nice broad torque range, and a lot more power. Transmission came in from Rancho Driveline Engineering. Kyler, thank you for your help. We upgraded this year to a TubeWorks underdrive, and then we went with a Rancho Driveline Engineering, one of their Cone and Rancho Driveline Engineering torque converters. And when I had them go through it, I said, any upgrades that we need to do to be at the same level as the best Turbo 400s that you guys are putting out, just go ahead and do that. So I'm real confident that this should be a really, really good setup for the truck.
Sweet.
Other thing is, it came in, where's it at? Oh, I put it over here. The new third member came back from AJ.
Oh, right on.
At Evan Weller Racing. Because of the underdrive, it gives us the ability to run a smaller ring and pinion numerically, so you have more tooth engagement, so it strengthens your end. So before we were running a 547, now we went down to a 411, and with the 40-inch tires and the underdrive, we'll still be at that 547, 549 final gearing.
Right on.
Yeah.
I didn't know that came in.
Yeah.
Sweet. That's good news.
Heck yeah.
All the parts are here.
All that in there is the clearancing for the new transmission mount that you saw in the transmission.
Yeah, he's been grinding all morning trying to get the old mount out of there, so we got to design a new mount for that underdrive.
We've been cutting zip ties, you notice like wires everywhere. I mean, we do have a nice wire harness, but there are onesies and twosies that are ran that we've cut all the zip ties, getting ready to clean the chassis and paint it, and then we'll clean the panels,
Still in the
repaint
dirty
those.
phase.
Still in the dirty phase.
Yeah, it's all gonna come together.
Making progress.
Yes.
As far as fabrication of the truck goes, we don't have anything major left to do. Just that's running a front motor plate. So instead of mounting to the block, we'll just have to make some L brackets to mount that motor plate. And the only other thing was with the 40-inch tires. I talked about this before, but because they're bigger and heavier, every bit that you can lower weight helps lower the CG. And so in these trucks, personally, I like a little lower CG and a little back. It helps keep the nose up. Good approach angle, as it's called. So I got to cut these rear bars, and we'll lower it. And I just want to bring those 40-inch wheels and tires. The spares sit right here. I just want to bring them down that center line just a couple of inches.
Yeah. So, right on. Well, I'm gonna hit the road. I've got a special project I'm picking up. I can't wait to show you guys. So anyway, fun time, Tyler.
Yeah, thank you for
letting me
coming
hang
by.
out.
I always love wrenching with you guys.
So, and we will have more updates soon on TT78. All right, here it is. 64 Riviera. It needs some work, but it was worth saving. So, especially for the price. Got 120 miles on these questionable tires. Hopefully the old Jeep does all right and we make it back to Cheney. Whew. Well, I made it like a half a mile from Alex's house and the straps already fell off, so thanks a lot, dude. You hooked it up good. All right. That looks good. All right, I'm only about, I don't know, a third of the way home and it has already been super sketch. So straps fell off that first time. I reconfigured them and partway up the Lewis and grade, one of the straps broke. So now I have it kind of jerry-rigged on that side. And I just stopped again and that strap that was broke has come loose. So I reconfigured it again. yeah, we still got probably, I don't know, 80 miles to go. Whew. And we got volleyball practice tonight. I gotta hurry up. All right, halfway. I just stopped in Colfax, checked the straps again. First time that I didn't have to like adjust anything, so that's good. Pretty sketchy, that one that's broken, but there's not a whole lot I can do about it. Like, nobody's gonna have those straps in these small towns, you know. So anyway, to the point now where if I really had to, I could just dump it and then get the truck and come back for it with the truck and big trailer. But that kind of defeats the purpose. The whole purpose of the Jeep was save a little on fuel, and it was supposed to be easier because, you know, easier to load it on this dolly than, you know, have to winch it up on the trailer. But anyway, I think we're gonna make it, but still about 60 miles to go. It's okay. I don't like it, but oh jeez. Yikes. It's still all right. Car's got some cool lines, that's for sure. Jeep is doing awesome. Sinking tow. All right, got about 15 miles left, maybe 20 miles. I think we're gonna make it. All right, we made it. That broken strap gave me trouble the whole way, but we made it. So in the morning, I'll drag this thing out to the patina pasture, that's what we're gonna call it, and I'll do a little walk around for you. All right, well, this is not the weather I was hoping for the walk around, but it is what it is. Got it back to the patina pasture with the Maserati. But man, this car is beautiful. She needs cleaned up, but dang. 64 Riviera has such beautiful lines. I'm so excited. This project is gonna be kind of a back burner project. We've got some parts to collect. It does have what I like to call the Fred Flintstone swap. You see, you got some missing parts there. And that's how you know it's full Fred Flintstone right there. The floors are gone. But it is a bucket seats console car. I mean, look at how rad that dash is. And the body looks pretty dang solid. So Anyway, this car was either going to the crusher or gonna get derbied, and I just couldn't let that happen. So my dad and his buddy actually saved it. It had been sitting for like 48 years on some property, and I acquired it. So anyway, if you want to see them dig it out from its grave, I'll link my dad's channel. That video is not quite done yet, so as soon as it's ready, go check that out. Go keep an eye on his channel. But yeah, we are going to be collecting parts and getting on this Riviera maybe in about a year or so. So stay tuned. All right, thanks for watching. Wheel it, wreck it, wrench it, repeat. See you next time.